Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Izzak bin Fauzi. My metric number is 1910105668. I would like to present about hazard and safety procedure. First is for the contamination and maintaining cleanliness of clean room. The safety procedure is clean room worker need to wear clothing with gown and their footwear with shoes cover or can be said as personal protective equipment or PPE. Next is hazard deal with high temperature. So the safety procedure is need to wear extra PPE to handle the high temperature and do not make any contact with the wafer. Then always run down the temperature after the wafer baking session before put the wafer out or make any contact with wafer. Next hazard is deal with chemical solvent during the photolithography process. So the safety procedure is always wear the PPE, make sure the vacuum hold the wafer tight, and always handle the photolithography chemical in yellow light. Next hazard is corrosive acids. So the safety procedure is always wear PPE and use the fume hood during deals with the high corrosive acids because it produces gas that contain toxic. Finally, the final hazard is exposure to metal and solvent during evaporator cleaning and maintenance operation. So the safety procedure is always wear PPE and substitute mechanical cleaning method with chemical method to help reduce exposure to metals. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Abdul Rafiq. So my part is consumable. Number one is spin coater. This tool is fine to coat the wafer with the photoresist in spin coating manner. When the wafer is put within the spin coater, the velocity of the spinning is controlled by the controller and the vacuum holds the wafer within the coater. Number two is controller. The use of this device is to control the rotation pace of the water. The rotation or RPM may be adjusted in keeping with the range and speed requirement. Number three is photoresist. Photoresist is a solvent-based totally aggregate of organic material. The photoresist ought to be blanket as it is mild, very sensitive to mild. It is used with the aid of dropping the answer on pinnacle of the silicon wafer to make the silicon wafer end up positive resist or negative face up. Number four is hot plate. The use of this device is to eliminate the final solvent of the photoresist. The use of a soft bag. It takes 10 to 15 seconds for the system to complete. The wafer is cooled to room temperature after the system is finished. And number five, basic mask aligner. It is located to switch the sample into the silicon wafer. The wafer and mask is prepared and the UV mask is grown to become directly to harden the photoresist. The last one is microscope. The device is fine to look into the alignment of wafer and mask. The sample ought to be nicely aligned with the previous layer.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Aiman Rahman. We'll talk about the SOP for the spin coater and mask aligner. So both of them have the startup and shutdown procedure, which is to make sure the machine is turned on safely and efficient and shut down safely and efficient too. But the spin coater have a procedure to program receipt where we program a code to make the equipment run. Also, we have a clean up procedure where mostly we use a program to clean the program. Also, we use a chemical like acetone to clean the work table. So for the mask aligner, we have a mask loading where we install the mask. Also the sample loading where the procedure we put the sample into the equipment. That's all.